It is to be curious, curious about the new technologies, about new tendencies in the financial field.
In this video, Eric Sarasin is going to tell you how he managed to combine old school banking with new school finance and how investing has changed over the years. Eric has a 30-year track record in banking at Morgan Stanley, Pictet, Citibank, and most recently, Bank Chase Safra Sarasin. He's on the board of several companies, investment firms, and charity organizations. Eric is known as an avid investor and active philanthropist.
I think we have a lot of young people creating new companies, not just fintech generally, and they should be given access to capital. That is still compared again to the US is still in infancy. And secondly, also the old school, if you say so, has a lot of experience that can bring in to coach some of these young guys and to tell them to avoid mistakes. Well, I think Switzerland could have a huge potential in this area, but so far has been way under the radar. I think a lot of larger banks, a lot of other companies could further this fintech scene. So I think there's a lot of potential, and Switzerland is playing still a very small role in all this. The key technology, I think, is the technologies that are addressed in the notion of singularity, artificial intelligence, it's Internet of Things, it's creating a technology that can resolve current problems that we have on this planet. I think they will look at a bank that does the core business very well. But if they are looking or asking their bank on the retail level for special areas, they should be able to say, okay, you know what, we cannot do this, but we have the best partners that we can direct you to. Of course, the business model, doing a proper due diligence, but then in the end it's people. It is to be curious, curious about the new technologies, about new tendencies in the financial field. The best example is maybe blockchain and cryptocurrencies, where the old guard saying, well, it's going to go away, forget it, and it's here to stay. The technology certainly. I think the older school, will be hopefully convinced by the younger generation, by the new generation, to go in this area and to open up and to be curious and to not to say a priori no because it threatens their business model. Well, to be very honest, about 3 years ago or so, I did not know what singularity is or meant. In the meantime, then I was involved and as people asked me, and I did this Singularity University Executive Program. It fascinated me because of what on the outset, the two founders of Singularity, Ray Kurzweil and Peter Diamandis, in their books, many books they wrote, saying with a notion of singularity, not just that artificial intelligence will match the human intelligence, but the whole thing around it can solve a lot of problems in this world. And that was fascinated me. And then also making the notion of singularity investable. We have created a fund where you can invest and the results speak for themselves. The performance is very good because we're not just investing in technologies, but we're investing in old companies that embrace technology and have some areas in their model where they're striving into the technology and renewing their model. Singularity is the fact that human intelligence will be matched by artificial intelligence by 2045. We are right now at the level of a mouse, so artificial intelligence is at the level of a mouse. And how do we, having that come, and it will come, how do we, in the context of our communities, how are we going to deal with that, and what are going to be the developments of that? So that's the singularity.